Hello. Wow, you ruined it already. This is the Artistic Podcast, and if you are wondering, that first take of the intro is 100% staying in.
That's
Only because Biggs, despite being an aspiring actor, has the ability to keep himself controlled much like a toddler, in that he has none.
20 out of 10, would Jimmy Fallon again. All right.
Yeah, you are the Jimmy Fallon of this room,
Yeah,
and that's
exactly.
really sad. It's a really low bar.
Laugh on every sketch. Let's go.
Well, the first item on our itinerary for today, if you're curious, was something I wrote in voice to text today that made me laugh, so I left it in. It says, Biggs likes cum. I am curious on your thoughts on this. Is it true? Are the rumors true? Do you like cum?
No, wrong. Fake news.
You have a huge dick.
Huge.
I'm recapping here.
Gina. Huge.
You have a huge dick. I'm recapping. Just give me a...
Yes, okay.
You have a huge dick, but you don't like your own cum.
Wrong.
What the fuck is this fucking intro? My God. Anyways, but yeah, it just says Biggs likes cum, and it's true. I think you like cum on some level. It's
Wrong.
especially after Pineapple Day.
Wrong.
Yeah, you know the
Your pineapple. Great flavor. Best flavor ever. It's tremendous.
Tremendous. Okay, we
It's
need to stop with the Trump.
Huge.
I had an epiphany about that, but we'll talk about that later.
Sure.
For the sports world, I figured the best place to start out with is Wisconsin versus Rutgers.
Rutgers.
I did watch about 90% of this game. I couldn't be fucked to watch the last couple minutes.
We actually went to the game and stayed there for one half and then was like, yeah, Badgers are still doing poorly. We're out.
Yeah.
Left beginning of the third quarter.
Well, and it was cold as shit.
Yeah, it was cold as shit. Second to last Michael Crone halftime show ever. So, but so we did that. We left, and then we watched the rest at home. Alex Hornibrook got a second concussion. He's out. I saw on Facebook today, Olive Sagapalu out for the season, done completely forever. So that's a huge blow.
Yep.
Jack Cohen looked better against Rutgers. Maybe that's because it's Rutgers and it's not.
Well, he didn't really do
Northwestern.
anything. As far as I noticed, it was just running the ball.
No, but he was like 5 of 7 passing or something. I mean,
Could be worse.
Yeah, I mean, he was fine, but
I'm okay with Cohen starting now, just because there's nothing more Alex Hornibrook can accomplish this season.
yeah,
anyways.
you might as well. I mean, it's a wash.
Just make him wait till next year to play.
But it was a good. I mean, it was a fine bounce back game against Rutgers. Wisconsin just average. You know, they're just
really
painfully average.
Average or to below average. That just shows how fucking terrible Rutgers is.
Rutgers. Yeah, that's right.
Go back to New Jersey, you Guidos.
And then the next game is against the Penn State Nittany Lions, and that one at Penn State, it helps that it's 11 in the morning, because if it was a night game, I'd be like, we're screwed. But because it's a morning game, that gives me a little bit of hope that maybe we can catch them sleeping. And especially after being destroyed by Michigan last week, I hope their confidence has just been crushed. I mean, you just walk in there and just beat them and walk away.
The problem is that it's two teams that have extremely low confidence at the moment.
Yeah, so it's who gives less of a shit game.
Yes. And based on the way we play, even when we play terribly, we can still score.
Yeah.
Even when our offensive line is only sort of producing and we have no passing game, our running game is still strong enough to get us points.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Trace McSorley is their
out.
only offense.
Yeah, and he's injured.
Yeah,
he's
so
questionable for the game.
They might struggle. Then again, our defense isn't really that good anymore.
No. Well, I think it all just hinges upon whether Penn State has their starting quarterback, whether they have Trace McSorley, because if they don't and it's an all backup game, that I think swings slightly more in the favor of Wisconsin, but if they have Trace McSorley, it's definitely swinging in favor of Penn State.
Their defense is slightly better than ours, I would say.
I would agree with that. They almost beat Ohio State, which is something we can't say, although they got dominated far worse by Michigan than we did. So I mean,
we got fucked pretty hard.
We did, but the margin was less. And We held Michigan to less points than Penn State did.
True.
So
But we got raw dog.
we
dude.
did. We did. Then after that, it's off to Purdue and then Minnesota at home to end the season. There's like a 0.00001% chance that we end up going to the Big Ten championship, but that ain't happening. Our team, Wisconsin, is done for the year. It's time to shift over to the basketball team. Noah, you were at the game against Coppin State. I did not watch it because I was watching the midterms. What did you think of the Wisconsin basketball team in their first outing?
Wow, nice transition there. Gotta give you credit. I mean, there's not much to write home about, other than the fact that Ethan Happ recorded the second triple-double in Badger history.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Trivia question: Who was the first? Do you know?
Was it? It's either. It's one of the classic three. It's either Alonzo Tucker, Devin Harris, or Michael Finley.
Wrong, sir.
Really?
Yes. Do you have a guess? Do you have any other guess?
Kaminsky?
No.
Decker?
No.
Nigel Hayes?
No.
Bronson Koenig?
No.
Josh Gosser?
Yes.
Wow.
Wow, it only took you like 8 guesses.
8 guesses.
But yes, I knew like the minute. I was actually telling people in our section like, this is only the second time this has happened.
Yeah.
Josh Gosser was the last one.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I felt pretty smart at that moment.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Then I realized I'm stupid, and it's just kind of like whatever.
Then you got back to this podcast, and you're like, oh, wait.
Yeah, my intelligence
IQ.
level. Yes.
Ouch, my IQ.
It's so immeasurably low. But I mean, I saw a lot of potential for this Badger team.
Mm-hmm.
It was Coppin State, who are, let's be honest, they're shit.
They are.
They are pretty
Yes.
shit. But we were making open shots, which is important.
Mm.
We were making open shots. Ethan Happ had 12 assists.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
So he draws a lot of attention down low. So we could, I think I said in the last one that I believe we will make it to the tournament. This will not be 2 years in a row that we won't make it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think last year was just kind of a fluke and an injury problem. Injury
Yeah,
prone.
I'm very injury prone.
I will say I am super excited to see what Kobe King has to
for sure.
produce. The kid is the closest athlete in terms of comparability to Sam Decker in that he's just a freak.
Yeah,
I don't even know.
he's gonna be good.
I've always said Sam Decker is the greatest athlete we've ever had, like in terms of pure athleticism.
Mm.
Kobe King is a close second.
Yeah.
And that's a compliment and a half.
Yeah, for sure. I would also add, I think the next game is on the 13th against Xavier, and I think that that will be much more of a test for Wisconsin to see where they're really at. There's not much you can really tell when they only have played one game and they've played it against a team that is not good.
Yep.
But Xavier, actually, even when they're average, they're still pretty good. They're from the Big East.
Well,
you know.
the best part is there's no JP McCurra.
Yeah,
Fucking hate that guy.
for sure.
I found him. He's on an NBA team right now
Yeah,
in 2K.
yeah.
And the minute I saw that, I deleted him off the entire game for me. He doesn't exist anymore.
Boy, I'm surprised you didn't do that with Grayson Allen.
Nah, I don't care that much about Grayson Allen. JP McCurra actively tried to provoke us.
Yeah, that is true.
I got in a Twitter war over it with some guy. It was just a bad. I fucking hate that guy.
Yeah.
And also a little bit of behind the scenes here.
Yeah. What are you looking at in your arm there?
Well,
Seeing you glance down at your.
Two things. Right now we're in like nearly complete darkness, other than a clock that is showing a blue light.
Neon blue.
And on my wrist right now, I am bleeding.
How did that happen?
I have no idea.
I don't.
To this moment, I still have no idea.
Noah just started spontaneously bleeding, guys. And
Hematophobia.
should I take him out back and shoot him? We're doing a Twitter poll right now. If you want me to put him out of his misery, chime in.
Yes.
Anyway,
To the Twitter account.
do you need a Band-Aid or do you want to?
No, I'll just let it sit there and dry out. Why not?
Right, just don't drip it on my table because great.
I'm a boss ass bitch.
Whatever, I do what I want.
But yeah, we were in a really dark room because we felt like mixing it up, and it's nice and cool in here. It usually gets boiling fucking hot.
Yeah, without the lights, it's nice and
It's less unpleasantly warm.
very true.
But I think that's college basketball and college football covered.
That is correct.
The-
Packers still suck. Sorry.
well, I was actually going to go to the NBA.
All right, we'll go NBA first.
The Bulls still suck, except Zach LaVine is just okay.
Yes, that's the most accurate description of the Bulls I've ever heard.
Wendell Carter Jr. looks like he could be something good, but he's not good now.
Yep.
Zach LaVine is decent, but can't play defense. They're just not good.
Yeah,
Still missing Markkanen and Dunn.
it's true.
So
Meanwhile, the Bucks, NBA champions 2019. I'm telling you guys, watch out for those Bucks in the playoffs.
I don't know
Come
about
on.
that, but
No, Golden State will still win it, but still,
they'll make the
Bucks are
playoffs.
good.
They'll make
Finally,
the
the Bucks are good, guys. The Bucks are good.
playoffs. It only took you like your entire team history.
Pretty much.
Congratulations.
Yeah, guys, we got them.
Win this tiny little trophy.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, the NBA. I'm kind of thinking about we just stop talking about it in general because
There's just not much. I mean, as we've said,
it
like
sucks.
almost every week, yeah, it just sucks. It's just boring.
mm-hmm.
You know, there's just not much to talk about there. It's like, okay, well, Steph Curry and LeBron James for the 10th week in a row are good.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Woo!
Yeah, there's not much to analyze there.
Okay, well then we can move on to NFL.
Packers still suck.
Yeah, I was Brady v. Rogers.
Brady v.
You can't even-
Rogers.
Can't even call it New England versus Green Bay
No,
because
it's Brady
not.
v.
It's
Rogers.
Brady v. Rogers.
That's right.
Brady takes the win. It was a really boring game to be honest with you.
Yeah,
it was really
wasn't
uninteresting.
interesting. Yeah.
Tom Brady was just okay. He just had James White who balled out. He balled out.
Which way to beat a team from Wisconsin, James White?
Yeah,
You're cool, you traitor.
He balled out with his balls out. Rocking
So,
out with his cock out. Am I
Basically,
right?
yeah, that's 100% right. So basically, much like the Badger football season, the Packers football season, just a complete and total wash. Let me ask you this. Even though you're not a Packers fan, from the outside perspective, should heads start rolling on the coaching staff for the Packers? Should they start firing Mike McCarthy or, what do you think?
I was in the camp of getting rid of McCarthy long time ago.
Yeah.
He shows consistently to be completely inept
Right.
at producing like a decent team. He got super lucky to have Aaron Rodgers, who makes him look a lot better than he is.
Right. But isn't that really on the GM more to build the team?
True, but it's also up to the coach to take what he has and
Has
make
the
it
talent.
successful.
Yeah, right.
It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, but I just don't even think he has anything there to mold. I mean, the talent's
That's not
just
true. I wouldn't call. Their defense has some playmakers. They just
yeah,
their role players aren't playing well.
yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Aaron Jones is becoming one of the best running backs in the NFL.
Yeah,
Surprisingly, and who the fuck saw that coming? Not me.
yeah.
Wow.
Wow,
Aaron Rodgers isn't performing at top, but he's also been hurt.
tons.
Your receiving core is good.
I would say that.
I still don't understand how it isn't one of the best in the league because
right.
you have Devontae Adams and you got Jimmy Graham,
Yeah, I was gonna say, and then you have Jimmy Graham.
and
Yeah.
you still can't win. I just
Yeah.
it doesn't make a whole lot of sense
Well,
to me.
and that does come down to coaching. It's
Exactly.
play calling, and I kind of feel that way about Wisconsin football too. Just to go back for a second, because I feel like Wisconsin, they have the talent. There's talent on that team. It's just being able to take that, and mold it and make
You
it.
saying fire Christ?
No, I'm not saying fire Christ.
What are you saying?
I'm just saying that coaching needs to be better. Play calling needs to be
Yeah,
better.
of course, but no. We're definitely not firing Chris.
No,
That'd be
God, no.
stupid. Okay.
No. God,
Well,
no.
You got to be specific there. You just said Wisconsin.
I'm saying
What?
fire O coordinator Joe Rudolph.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he has been pretty bad.
I don't know. I'm not. But just coaching. You call this coaching? You need better coaching. We need to coach better, more inspired, passionate, fiery football.
Football.
Come on, football.
Football.
Let's go play some football. And
9 times out of 10, the team with the more points at the end of the game wins. Thanks, John Madden.
yeah, thanks, John, man.
Thanks, me. But yeah, I mean, there's really nothing else to talk about with the Packers other than they play the Dolphins next week, which is a game they should win.
They should win it.
The Bears couldn't beat the Dolphins.
Da Bears.
But we obviously had an off week that week.
Yeah.
Our offense wasn't moving very well. Our defense let so many big plays happen.
Which is surprising because Khalil Mack is OP, so.
Well, he's been hurt.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So we'll see what happens there for you guys. I think the Dolphins is a definite winnable game.
I agree.
Brock Osweiler is a joke.
He sure is.
True. Sorry about that.
No, everybody knows he's better than Peyton Manning. Stop burping into the microphone, please.
It's fun.
This isn't that kind of show, Noah.
What?
Come on.
What if I like it?
Come on, we're intellectuals here.
What if I like burping into the
Dignity.
microphone?
Dignity, Dagnan.
What if I like the smell of my own burps?
Can we just
Fresh and fruity.
Can we just maintain an air of decorum once?
No,
Once.
not allowed. I refuse. I'll call my mom, and she'll.
I'm gonna have to get
berate
somebody
you.
else to host the show.
Good luck with that bitch.
Noah, I'm sorry. I'm firing you on air right now.
Good luck with that bitch.
You're fired.
Good luck.
Leave the studio.
Good luck. You fail. You fail.
I'm surprised you just didn't go, do it, you won't.
Yeah, you won't. You won't. There's the door. You
Yeah.
can walk. You can go out the door.
This is my house. What?
It's my house now, bitch.
Oh my God.
It's mine. Mine. My dog. My cats. My house. My God.
So
This-
what's
What else is on there?
yeah, what's your next topic?
So, Bears.
Da Bears.
Da
Da Bears. Dick got 42 Packers. 3.
They butt fucked the Bills. Like
That's
they're-
one way to put it.
that-
yeah.
it's
they-
the only way to put it when you think about it. 41-9, I think,
Yeah,
was the
yeah.
final.
Yeah.
2 defensive touchdowns for the Bears.
They flood rucked them. You're right.
Yeah, right up the pooper. Like just bam.
Sure did.
Again, I was at work for it. It was fine. It was fine. It was a fun game to watch. I can't complain. They play the Lions next week, which is a very winnable game as well.
Because fuck Detroit.
Yeah,
Come at me, bro.
Matthew Stafford is a thing of the past.
Which I am on my fantasy team, which is just awful.
Why do you know how many good quarterbacks there are on that are just available for pickup? Just get like Phillip Rivers. He's decent.
No, Philip Rivers is on somebody's team. Anyway.
No, he's not. I checked this morning. I
Are you
used to
sure?
have him.
Wait, he's on free agency? Oh my God. I need to
used
pick
to
up
have
Philip
him,
Rivers.
and I dropped him. For
I am going to
Mitchell
pick up-
Trubisky.
I will pick up Philip Rivers so hard.
Wow,
Yeah.
pretty good. Then
Yeah.
you can give me points because Melvin Gordon is on my team.
You dirty whore. Yes. Melvin Gordon.
Yes, I feel you.
Wait. No, if I spell Melvin Gordon's name wrong and then ask for generic Steelers wide receiver, would you give me your players?
No.
Damn.
I wonder where he got that oddly specific theoretical from.
Moving on.
I think that's it for sports this week. I'm disinterested as fuck in sports at the moment.
Yeah. I think, is that grammatically right? Disinterested or are you uninterested?
Disinterested, uninterested, who fucking cares?
Dude, one's grammatically correct. One implies that you don't
The other
care.
can go fuck itself. I don't care.
One implies that you don't like it. The other implies that you just don't care, that you're indifferent. One is disdain. One is just indifference.
I think you just answered your own question.
I can't remember which one.
Uninterested.
If I'm
Disinterested.
uninterested, if I'm disinterested, I don't want to do it. If I'm uninterested, I'm indifferent.
Yeah.
I'm just not
I'm
interested.
indifferent.
Okay.
So uninterested.
You're
You
uninterested.
fucking Jew.
Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa.
Hey, get your Nazi. Hey, Glenn Beck, get out of here.
No.
Leave right now.
Hitler did nothing wrong.
Right out the door right now.
Just call me Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah, that's right.
But
Following that up,
Yeah.
What's your next topic?
Speaking of election results.
Greatest segue ever.
Yeah.
Midterms.
Midterm voting happened recently. I voted several weeks before it. That day was November 6th. Was it Tuesday?
Yes. Tuesday was election day.
I did early voting like 2 or 3 weeks before. I'm a good citizen. I perform my civic duty.
Yeah, that's
My
great.
civic duty.
I did it in the morning of the election at an old folks home in my neighborhood. So there were no lines really, I wasn't
an
bad.
old folks home.
Yeah, my polling place is an old folks home, a retirement home.
Is it the one near Mikosina?
No, it's literally in our neighborhood across from the park.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, there's another. My polling place was at the old folks home on Allen. So, but yeah, I mean, some would say a huge victory for Democrats. Scott Walker can fuck the right off.
Yep. He is out here. Tony Evers, Democratic governor for the first time since Jim Doyle. Great. Tammy Baldwin's going back to the Senate. Awesome.
Mark Pocan.
We
did lose both of our spots for House, though, to Republican.
We did, which is a bummer.
Which doesn't make
But
things
thanks,
better.
Wisconsin. But the House is now under Democrat majority rule, and even more hopeful is the fact that over 100 women got elected to the House, which is amazing.
That's
the
most insane bit of
that
this
is
entire election.
so cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. Perfect.
But Republicans still hold the Senate, and that is tough because Mitch McConnell's a giant dick.
He's just a giant. He's just a penis.
He's just a total penis. But
just such a penis.
The House is good because now Mueller can continue to investigate Trump, and we can stop him from being fired or that investigation from ending. So that's really good.
And then there's a little controversy with this voting, though, that several places, like several states.
Oh my God, Georgia was really bad.
Yeah, people interfering with the voting and like making it harder for people to
For
vote.
sure.
Disgraceful.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
Obviously, it was a tactic by either side. It could have been either side.
Conservative.
Yeah,
Conservative.
my guess is that it's because they were concerned of the eventuality that the Democrats would get House majority, so they made it harder for them to vote.
Right.
Which is just shameful.
Yeah, and and I would say I think it's, I mean, like in Georgia, I think there was one place that the person literally closed their building, the day that the election was supposed to happen, so there weren't the polling place was closed.
Yeah,
they couldn't do anything. Yeah, I mean, it's completely bullshit, and it's obviously a tactic to make sure the conservatives still stay in place. And to backtrack for a second, obviously, the other thing that big thing that was wrong that really strikes me is the fact that in Wisconsin, like with the House and stuff, those Republicans won in heavily gerrymandered districts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't understand why politicians have the power or why the political system has the power in there to draw districts, because it's just inherently, kind of
it's just a tactic
grimy
to win.
Yeah.
I mean, in a perfect world, I would say get rid of it.
Yeah.
But Democrats do it too. It's not just Republicans.
Yeah, no, it goes both ways for sure, but it's just frustrating because it's like, so either you're going to draw a district up where you have a majority of voters for belonging to one political party, or you're going to draw a district up that spreads a bunch of one party apart.
Mm-hmm.
Great. That's real fair.
Yeah.
That's real diverse.
Yeah, I'm drawing this baseball diamond, and I decided to make it a square instead of a diamond.
Yeah.
Or a triangle.
Yeah.
Or a hexagon. Just because I fucking want to.
Right, that's right.
I changed the game, bitch.
Yes.
Yeah, it's essentially the same thing, and it's just gross.
Yeah,
but,
it's gross.
I mean, I doubt it will ever get rid of it, to be honest with you.
But, yeah, I mean, it was all of the, kind of pushing back, trying to get people not to vote and all the fucked up absentee ballot laws and stuff, just trying to do whatever they can to stop people from voting. And it is. It's just fucking ridiculous because it's like, look, everybody needs to have their voice, and you can't just, it's just grimy.
Yeah. In terms of Wisconsin, though, what I'm hoping Tony Evers will do is abandon the Foxconn idea.
Yes.
Personally, it's going to cause massive amounts of pollution.
Yep.
It may build jobs, but they're jobs for an industry that, frankly, we don't need anymore.
Yeah.
Who in the world does not own a television at this point?
Right. Well,
real hot market, those televisions, right?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and you know what? Like, I'm sorry. It's like when Trump went to West Virginia and Pennsylvania and those areas and was like, "We're gonna bring coal mining back." Yeah, coal mining.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, a dead industry. Not even the workers want those jobs because it's unsafe as hell.
Hey,
It
Donnie,
pollutes.
1940 called. They want their
Yeah, right.
they want their job back.
Right, like it. No, don't. So I absolutely agree with that. I hope he abandons the Foxconn thing as well as like abandoning, all the Koch brothers stuff and just all the big corporation, kind of bullshit that Scott Walker brought into the state.
The Koch brothers fuck me because I'm Elmo and they own PBS.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. It just come on, guys, come on. So finally, he's out, and I love the fact that Tony Evers brings along with him Lieutenant Governor, which is the second African American man ever, or the first. I'm sorry, excuse me, the first African American man ever to be Lieutenant Governor.
That's
which
cool.
is awesome. Diversity everywhere, and I love that too. I believe with the House race, not only did we have women, but we also had we had Muslim women, and we had African American women, and just all this great diversity coming in, and that's really going to help mitigate the old white Republican racist.
Very much helps. However, it's
You know.
going to make people say it's kind of a good and bad thing. It's a good thing in that we have a wider voice of politics in
Right.
Wisconsin, but it's also going to make those racists of the world go, see, racism isn't real.
Right. Yeah, the
It's
racists
fake.
are going to be like, nah, racism doesn't
See,
exist.
we voted for a Muslim woman. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. No,
racism very much still
exists.
This is a stepping stone to the right direction, but it is most certainly not
Yes.
completely gone at the moment.
No. God, no.
Yeah, I think that's it for politics.
Yeah.
Other than did you see the Acosta video?
That was the CNN reporter who got
Yep.
banned, right? Yep. Yeah, I did see that, and apparently that video was doctored.
Yes, heavily doctored. I watched it a couple of times.
Yeah.
They sped up his hand
Yeah, I saw
to
that.
push her away.
Yeah,
To make it look like he smacked her.
smacked her.
And
Yeah.
it's like no.
No.
Most certainly not. That did not happen.
And apparently, I saw on Twitter, apparently it might have been doctored by white supremacists. Surprise, surprise.
Wow. Shitty people doing shitty things.
So the White House is using a white supremacist video to delegitimize the mainstream media. Guys, what?
Yep.
Why?
I do.
Everybody,
It's baffling.
can we please literally, Trump, it's not good.
It's
we
not.
know.
This
I mean,
is bad.
This is bad,
This is a problem. Lying to the American public. blatantly.
calling the mainstream media the enemy of the people. You can't.
What happened to the good old American version of lying? Lying about it and not telling anyone, it being completely behind closed doors. What happened to Bush did 9/11?
Yeah,
What happened to that? Clearly a lie, but how do we know?
you know what? Yeah, that's right. You know what? Whatever happened to the good old days with Richard Nixon and Watergate? You know
Yeah.
what? That was great. That scandal
least he
had
tried
some
to
class
cover
it.
it
Yeah,
up.
he tried to cover it up. And you know what? He resigned when he was called out on it and was like, "Yep, okay, I am a crook. Sorry, I'm resigning."
I am not a crook.
I am.
Aroo.
And Spiro Agnew was a crook, but finally Nixon resigns. He did the right thing. Come on, Trump, save the teeny iota left of your dignity and walk out.
That's an iota.
An iota.
That is way
tiny,
bigger.
Teeny.
The size
tiny
of an
atom of dignity.
Yes.
And walk out. Please walk out of the White House. Mr. Trump, if you're listening to this right now on
Yes,
our
he is an
podcast-
avid fan and commenter.
Hey, listen, you know what? I'm going to make a point here. If he can watch Fox and Friends, I think he can listen to us.
I mean, he has nothing better to do. He
And I
clearly
think-
doesn't do his job.
And I think you and I collectively have a higher IQ than all of the hosts of Fox and Friends combined. So,
Safe to assume.
yeah.
And I'm pretty stupid, so that really
It's a low bar.
It does
Fox
not
and
reflect
Friends
well.
is a low bar.
yes.
I'm
the
sorry.
the Randy Newman of bars.
Yeah, you can't. I'm sorry, Fox News. You can't get much worse than that, or much dumber.
Yep. It's
But-
idiocy.
Yeah.
Biggs likes cum. Sorry, I just needed to sneak that in there again.
Wrong.
Sorry.
Fake news.
Again, I think that's it with politics.
Sure.
It's an exhausting topic for me. It's really hard to talk about for a long period of time because it's just so draining.
You hate America.
Yes.
You want the terrorists to win.
Yeah, I don't like American Sniper, therefore I'm a terrorist.
You hate America. Yeah. Wow, that twice in one podcast, huh? Damn.
Yeah, I mean, that's strangely specific. I don't know where I pulled
Pull
that
that
out
from.
of.
Wow. Wait, that was an odd example.
Yeah, I mean, I just come up with them sometimes, you know?
Wow.
Oh, boy.
Hashtag cake.
How did I know you were going to say that? Oh, that's great. Oh, cake for life.
Cake is good.
Vote for cake.
Vote for cake.
Cake forever. Biggs is unprofessional and has a phone call. You can answer it. I can.
I'm gonna answer it live on the air. Hey, Dad, what's up? I'm recording a podcast right now with Noah.
Hello.
Sounds good, man. All right. Yep. We'll see you in a bit. Bye. That was a phone call with my dad.
Thank you. What a great segment. We should probably never do it again.
Oh, I lost my headphones, folks.
Yep. This is why people come to listen to us. The professionalism of our podcast is just unmatched.
Wait, hang on. Well, no, I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna pull up the Nokia cell phone, like the movie theater turn off. You're just like, do.
Kirby Paint and Tile Plus in Westgate. Yeah, that was. So to preface this, earlier this week, I was watching a movie on my couch in my underwear. No.
Yeah. With one hand placed firmly on my dick.
Yes. The Van Helsing 2004? Yeah. Felt very compelled to voice to text Biggs about it. And yes, that was 100% voice to text.
Wow, that's impressive.
Me just rambling into the
Yeah,
microphone. I can read the text real quick.
Do officially read them so we have them on
Yes.
record.
Yeah, I'm sharing something with them from earlier. What day was this?
And for the record, I saw the Van Helsing movie, like, I don't know, I talked about it the first or second week of the podcast. So now I'm glad that Noah's finally seen it too, because now we can break it down. But this is the main point Noah
So-
took away from the movie.
So this was Tuesday at 4:49. The shit, dude. How fucking hot is Kate Beckinsale in the Van Helsing movie? Like, holy shit, what?
Yeah.
All lowercase letters.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yep.
Needless to say, the movie sucked. But, I mean, Kate Beckinsale. Can't complain.
Can't argue with Hugh Jackman and Kate Beckinsale, for sure.
Can we talk about Hugh Jackman's, like, mane? His lion's mane of hair?
Yeah.
When has he ever had hair like that in any other movie?
No, yeah, I'm like, for a second, when the movie started, I didn't recognize him for a second, and then I was like, oh, God, that's Hugh Jackman. What?
Is that the lead singer of Rush?
Yeah.
Is that Geddy
What?
Lee?
Yeah. How did Geddy Lee get into Van Helsing? What?
Wow, he's a really jack of all trades.
Man.
Can play a
But-
mean bass.
Yeah. But, yeah, Van Helsing.
Yeah,
Combine Dracula and Frankenstein's monster. Blam.
Don't forget werewolves.
And werewolves.
Don't forget werewolves.
Fucking werewolves.
Yep. My comments about Kate Beckinsale are purely because the movie sucked, and I had nothing else to care about other than the fact that she is
Fair.
ridiculously hot in that movie.
It's true. But totally fair. Yeah, I mean the movie it does. It just sucks from head to toe. That entire movie is awful.
Yep, the ending is garbage.
Yeah, hot garbage.
No spoilers or anything. But
No, we won't go into
goddamn.
spoilers. But yeah, it's bad. It's some early to mid 2000s cheese right there. And
2004, I want to say.
yeah, and you can. I mean the CGI in that movie.
Ugh.
Oh,
Like
full.
like the first like action scene where he's fighting those like
yeah, when he's in
bat
the
things.
in town square fighting.
Oh my god, that sucked with the
Oh god,
got-
the crossbow.
yeah, the
Noah just died live on air.
the crossbow with the iron sight
Yeah.
on it, so he can snipe him. Like fuck, it sucked.
Dips it in holy water, then just it's just and then the fading animation of like the vampire queen bride just like burning and disintegrating. You're like, oh,
It's gonna be one of those movies.
that
isn't it?
early 2000s.
Yep. Yeah, that's literally the only movie I've watched this week. I've been too busy.
I haven't seen any movies either.
Mwah.
I have not seen any movies either this week. I will say though, on a side note, that's a little bit of a lie. I've been watching Hallmark Movie Channel Christmas movies the entire week, and it is the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. Because we Googled it, and there's a legit drinking game for it. Because it's like, drink every time a Christmas miracle happens.
Oh my god.
Drink every time there's a little kid who says his mommy's an angel now, which happens a lot. Drink every time there's a dog in there. Like,
Dude, you'd get so drunk.
get fucking wasted.
Oh my god.
It's super. So like every movie in the other really. So every movie on Hallmark Channel is really like the ideal image of perfect Christmas world, where the worst thing you have to worry about is Santa not showing up, and so it'll be like, and of course like I mean it's like a Mad Lib of a movie script where you're like, woman television producer meets guy TV host, and they clash. They hate each other first, and then they learn the true secret of Christmas, and they fall in love on Hallmark.
When in reality, the real problem of Christmas is usually displayed like this. Oh, sorry, Jimmy, we couldn't afford your gifts this year. We actually have to sell your kidney to make rent.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
get over here, little champ, and we'll cut you right open.
Yeah, that's exactly right. By far the well, okay, so there was one that was 9 Lives of Christmas, and it was about two
Cats.
two cat owners. Cats bring 2 cat owners together. That was brilliant. The next one was about a little girl meets a flight attendant on an airplane. Flight attendant gets off, meets her single dad. The girl on the plane tells the flight attendant that her mom's an angel now. And so new mommy comes in, who's the flight attendant. They fall in love. I mean, just these movies are gold. It's great. And I think one of the funniest things about them is there's absolutely, and I mean this, absolutely zero diversity. Everybody in the Hallmark movies are white.
A whitewash.
The whitest people you could imagine.
Is there ever a fly in the milk? Is there just one token black guy in every movie? There has to be.
There's one token minority, I would say, in every
Okay.
one of them. But it is so fucking funny.
Corny as shit.
I think as a friend group, we need to get together and make fun of these movies. They're just too fun.
I feel like but they're still like well-produced movies.
You know what? But that's what my dad was saying. It's really funny. The cinematography is great. It's like a really beautifully shot movie.
See, that's the problem.
But the acting, in fact, we came up with an idea. The acting is softcore porn level, so we came up with combining softcore porn with the holiday movie to make Christmas porn.
Christmas porn. That certainly exists.
Yeah,
believe it or not.
right. Because nothing says the birth of Jesus like Christmas porn, but
Or Santa getting railed by another Santa.
Santa and Mrs. Claus are getting down to it.
Yeah.
No, but
Two big pieces of ham flapping against each other.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a
Like,
disturbing
yeah,
image,
no.
isn't it?
Oh, God. Yeah, though. I mean, it is. It's so ironic because like the movie's really well produced and well shot, but the writing, both the script and the acting are softcore porn level.
Wow.
It's like great.
See, I feel like I wouldn't have fun with that. It's funny.
It's really
It's
funny.
funny, but there's just something about shitty. Like, not only does the acting need to be shitty,
Yeah.
the story needs to be shitty.
Which it is.
The cinematography has to be shitty. The
Which
lighting
it's not.
has to be shitty.
Right.
That's the coup de grace
Yeah.
of bad.
Yeah.
And it could be fun once. Doing it more than once, I'd probably want to kill myself.
They show those, and that's the funny thing. They show those Christmas movies all day, every day until Christmas. So they're just marathoning holly jolly Christmas cliched crap all the time.
Wow.
My mommy's an angel now.
Who's that kissing Santa Claus?
Yeah. I saw mommy kissing Santa Claus.
Like, oh my God.
What?
Do they ever play the Muppets Christmas movie?
No.
The
John
Christmas
Denver and Muppets Christmas.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's like the best Christmas movie.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't show that, but no, they don't.
But we need to get off Christmas because it's November.
Sorry, yeah, we're not there yet, guys. We're not there.
Not even there yet.
We're not there yet.
Because I was starving for an idea, I was thinking about like our favorite movies.
Yeah.
And I know that's next to an impossible question because you can't say definitively what's your favorite movie.
Yeah, right.
But like we could talk about some of our favorites, like top 15, top 10, whatever.
Yeah.
As for movie series, like a trilogy. Or
Yeah,
something,
trilogy.
Lord of the Rings for me. I know some people might disagree with that because they're really long, which I think is a really shitty way to.
5-hour extended cut. Fuck you. No.
Is it sad that I have those on Blu-ray, the extended versions?
Yeah.
But it's a movie that I can go back and watch anytime, at any day,
Right.
and still get 100% enjoyment out of.
Mm-hmm.
They're just so good, so good. Peter Jackson, Have My Children. Not really. Have you seen him? He's kind of gross.
Yeah, just a skosh. I would say for movie series, Star Wars prequels.
Wow.
Best trilogy movie series of all time.
There's the door.
Jar Jar Binks is my hero.
Uh-huh.
I would say Alien trilogy is powerhouse.
They're okay.
They're good.
They're good.
Yeah. I mean, definitely 2 and 3 are obviously not as good as the original Alien, but
Yeah, of course.
you know, Aliens and then Alien 3.
Well,
but-
and then you watch movies like Prometheus, which is technically in the same universe.
right.
I
Well,
suppose. It's almost as if Ridley Scott just forgot how to make movies.
yeah, I think we can agree that the newer Alien movies are not good.
No.
Prometheus and Alien Covenant. When like Michael Fassbender's himself. For some reason, you have this this homoerotic scene between Michael Fassbender and himself, which was hysterical.
I mean, haven't you ever thought about banging yourself?
Bang! I'd do me.
I'd do me, yeah.
I'd do me.
Yeah, I'd totally do me.
But so
I wouldn't even need lube.
10 out of 10. But Covenant's just not a very good movie. It was kind of all over the place. The editing was kind of weird, and yeah, I mean, I did not care for that one. In the new Xenomorph was underwhelming. Was it a Neomorph, right?
I don't fucking remember.
Well, but anyway, so the newer Alien movies blow. The old Alien movies are great, and Alien versus Predator movies suck.
Yes, the first Alien movie is, I would agree, is like a
Masterpiece.
top 15.
Classic. Yeah.
Aliens 2 or
Aliens.
Aliens, essentially,
Plural.
did not do it for me as much.
No.
Still a decent movie.
Yeah.
It's just the first one did everything so perfectly, and then they tried to do it again in Aliens, and it came off kind of disingenuous.
True.
So I didn't really love that one too much. I've never seen Aliens 3.
And I think weren't people kind of I can't remember. I haven't seen Aliens in a long time, or Alien 3 in a long time for that matter. But weren't people kind of pissed? I think at the end of Aliens they kill everybody off, which or end of Alien 3, which made the entire last movie just completely irrelevant.
Yep. I don't remember.
I can't remember.
I saw,
think that was one of the movies.
I saw Alien earlier
Alien
this year,
4.
but I haven't seen the other ones in so long.
Yeah.
It's been so long.
So long. Dark Knight trilogy, fucking master. I mean, Batman Begins was average. Dark Knight was amazing, and Dark Knight Rises was once again average.
I did not even see Rises, but I will say...
Spoiler alert, he ends up with Anne Hathaway at the end.
Really? Gross.
Anne Hathaway, Catwoman, Bruce Wayne, Batman, make Bat-Cat babies.
And this is a joke for just our friend group, so prepare yourself. But
Inside joke.
Anne Hathaway's vagina.
Thank you.
Gotta scream it at the top of your lungs.
100% friend group joke, inside joke. You people on the inside, you know what we're talking about. You had to be there.
Yep.
I'm trying to think here. Indiana Jones originally trilogy was legit.
Yeah.
And then King of the Crystal Skull, terrible.
One of the worst movies ever made.
Ever. Shia LaBeouf.
Like, it's
Screw
not even...
you.
Even the production quality isn't even there.
No.
Like, it's just, like, so lax for what was capable at the time.
And Harrison Ford's like 500 years old. He can't be Indiana Jones
He
anymore.
was the best part of that movie,
Well, he
though.
was, because he's Harrison Ford.
Well,
but
yeah,
still,
I know.
Like,
the rest of the movie just sucked cock.
you might as well make Sean Connery be Indiana Jones right now.
Or Sean Connery, the new Bond.
Yeah, new Bond.
The second
Make
Bond.
him Bond again.
Bond.
My
James
name is
Bond.
Bond. James Bond.
You're going to have sex with me. No. You are going to have sex with me. No.
Just hang on. I have to pop a little blue pill before I get into bed with you.
Yes. I can't really get it up, even with my wife. I can't.
But my name is Bond. James Bond.
Don't that get you wet?
Dun-dun,
Just me saying my name
dun-dun,
of a character I played in the 70s. Or
He just starts slowly walking while the James Bond. Anyway, that's we're completely off topic at this point. But yeah, I mean there are a lot of really great movie trilogies in there. I would say, in all seriousness, the original Star Wars trilogy was great.
yeah, I love Star Wars.
Yeah, the original Star Wars is great. And of course, Empire Strikes Back is a masterpiece.
Yeah, which is the one, if you ask stupid people,
Yeah.
I would say.
They're like, it's so boring.
Yeah,
like,
so
what?
Go fuck yourself.
No.
You clearly These are the same people who say they like the prequels because of the action.
All the lightsaber duels.
Yeah, like there's only one. There's so few.
Yeah, and you know what? In the second,
George Lucas jerked me off with your lightsaber.
well, in Attack of the Clones, there wasn't even really a story because they had so much action going on.
Yeah, it was
Just all over the
It
place.
was fucking terrible.
So no, Empire Strikes Back is amazing. Shut up. If
Yeah.
anything, Return of the Jedi is probably the weakest movie in that trilogy because of teddy bears taking down the Empire.
True, but I still love Return of the Jedi because
Me too.
of the teddy bears. That's why most people hate it for that reason. I love it.
Really?
It's
Teddy bears? You let teddy bears overthrow the Empire?
Yeah, and it's quite a historic movie. It's the movie that truly shows that George Lucas no longer gives a shit.
That's 100% right.
It's the moment he stopped caring is the moment he put teddy bears in a Star Wars movie.
George Lucas was like, hear me out, guys. We're gonna have the teddy bears overthrow the Galactic Empire. It's gonna be great.
We're gonna have brown gummy bears.
Overthrow the Empire, and Darth Vader is going to throw Emperor Palpatine over the edge into a giant hole, into a giant pit.
Wow, giant hole. That's what he said.
Bum 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum,
I'm
bum,
gonna
bum,
pee.
bum, bum, bum. John Williams, one of the greatest composers of all time.
I'm gonna pee.
Yes, I know you are.
I was kind of hoping you would have cut out right as I said that, but you kept going. It would have been funnier if you just stopped and then I
Do you
just
want to
said,
give it one more shot?
no.
All right.
It lost its moment.
I'm sorry.
We-
I'm so sorry. Dagnan, can I do anything to make it up to you?
I can think of a couple.
Oh, God, no!
Okay, you be the grimace and I'll be me.
Oh, God.
Like that little callback?
Yeah, that's right. That's funny.
Fuck.
Any other top? I mean, what time are we at now?
We're at 53 minutes.
Sick. Do you want to do some Ask Reddit and call it a night? Call it a podcast?
Sure. I have not looked at any Ask Reddits today, so there's a
Or r/shower thoughts?
a very large chance that these will all be dookie.
Yeah. Very true. Stay tuned, folks. Stay tuned.
Give me a minute while Reddit loads.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Oh, actually, this one's actually really good because I've done it
Sick.
plenty of times.
Let's do it.
Students of Reddit. Have you ever lost your temper with a teacher? What's your story?
Ooh. Interesting.
Yes. I have one for this. For a little bit of context, I have never really been that good a student. Generally skipped a lot of class in high school.
What a rebel.
I was just kind of a shithead, honestly. I mean, I'm in college now.
You heard it here first, folks.
It mattered to me now that I actually have to pay for my education.
Yeah.
That's kind of what made it real. But I had a lot of teachers hate me and do a lot of things that are really not cool.
Oh, tell us some. Please do tell.
Well, in 5th grade, my math teacher made me call my mom at work to tell her that I didn't do my homework.
Wow.
What kind of that was annoying in and of itself.
Yeah, right.
And my mom was pissed because, like, God, I have to work. Like,
Yeah, I'm in the middle of fucking work.
like, go fuck yourself. Don't make my son call me. I already know he doesn't do his homework. I don't care.
Yeah, right.
Well, she did care, but she just didn't want to
Like
know about
at
it.
that time,
Yeah.
she's in the middle of work. She's got more important things to focus on at that point.
Yeah,
In that
exactly.
moment in time.
Yeah. And then 6th grade, my science teacher, who for a code name I will call Cunt.
Wow.
Yes.
I like it.
It describes who she is as a person, to be honest with you.
Wow.
I was sick in class. Like, I had a really bad stomach ache. And I had been kind of dealing with it throughout class. And I was like, oh, I feel like crap. And then she's like, well, why don't you just go to the nurse? And I'm like, no, I think I'm just going to tough it out. And she's like, was that one of the options? Was that one of the options I gave you?
What?
And I'm like, no, I just want to stay in class. Like, I want to finish the day. I don't feel great, but I'll keep going. She's like, well, that's not one of the answers. You can go down to the principal's office.
Wow.
Just let that soak in. She said that to a 6th grader.
That's absurd.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And then she did another shitty thing to me in 7th grade when I wasn't even in her fucking class. I was walking around the hallway before school, like before people were there, because I wanted to play basketball and I was looking for someone to open the gym.
Yeah.
And she's like, why are you here? Like, shouldn't you have a supervisor here with you? I'm like, no, I'm just on my way to see Mr. Engel, Mr. Engel was the cool science teacher in 7th grade,
Yeah.
who I would sometimes go in his classroom and study before class because I was there early because of the bus.
Yep.
And I technically I did lie. I wasn't on my way to Mr. Engel. I was looking for someone to open the gym, but I knew she would get upset if I said it was in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got to Mr. Engel's class, he's like, no, I wasn't expecting you. And she sicked the principal on me for lying to her because I told her I was going to a science teacher.
That's just dumb.
It doesn't make any sense. Why bother? Why waste the little amount of energy you have as a teacher
right.
to be wasting it on something so minuscule?
Mm-hmm.
And that pissed me off.
Right.
I need a couple more. I have a couple more, but I'll let you. give any
Okay,
if you
since
have
we're
some.
kind of like going from early to later, because you just kind of built that up from 5th grade to 6th grade and going chronologically. In elementary school, I remember a few instances of really dickish things. The one that really jumps out to me was, like, basically, in elementary school, I had a really dickish principal. And it was really, at the time I was taking, they thought I was ADHD, so I was taking Ritalin basically to make me focus, which made me like ultra sensitive, really slowed down, really focused, really, have a lot of anxiety, whatever. So, um, kids would annoy me really easily. But I can't remember exactly what this was for that I got called into the principal's office. I think it was, well, I know at the very end, the reason why I left the elementary school in the district that we finished up high school in was because I tripped over I tripped over a chair at the end of our recess, and the teacher I had, who had been just a 5th grade teacher for 1 year, who had been a technology teacher before that, had thought that I was climbing on the back of chairs or jumping over the chairs or something. So he sent me to the principal's office. Get down there. He asks me why I'm there. I don't know why I'm there. He tells me I was climbing over the back of chairs and stuff. So then I said to him, can I call my parents? Can we talk to my parents? And he, a grown man, said to me, a child, I call the shots here. I call the shots here.
What is
and
this
we're just going to talk.
What is this, Death Wish? Fucking like an action movie from the 80s?
I shit you not. No, I call the shots here. And I was like, all right, fine, whatever.
Someone's a big man.
Yeah, because he'd been a dick. And I had to deal with him a bunch, including one time, we had gotten agitated with some kids who were legitimately annoying me on a bus ride, and I whacked them with my little Game Boy Advance SP, and I got in trouble for that. I had to go to the principal's office, and the principal made me write handwritten apology letters to each of these 3 kids who I can tell you who they were later. One didn't ever go to our district; he ended up moving to Michigan, but
yeah.
But so when I wrote these handwritten apology notes, my principal read them and said they weren't good enough and made me rewrite it. And so I wrote a second copy of it. And in one of the copies I had explained, actually written in there, which was kind of more aware as a elementary schooler than I probably should have been. But I wrote in one of the sets of apology letters, like, I've got ADHD or ADD or whatever. I'm taking this medication that makes me have more anxiety, more intense, whatever. And my principal said that was just making an excuse when that was legitimately like an explanation.
Fuck him.
I ended up having to write like 3 or 4 sets of apology letters to these kids, and it was the most asinine thing I've ever had to do.
Yeah. That pisses me off as a person who lives with ADHD.
Right.
People telling you that it's not real and it's just bullshit. It's making excuses for not doing
Right.
it. No, fuck you. It's something that I can't help.
Right.
And the medications don't always work. So
Right.
go fuck yourself.
Well, and me not actually having that, but still taking Ritalin kind of fucked me up.
Yeah, exactly.
But then
Still a drug. It's an
right.
amphetamine.
It's a heavy fucking drug.
Yes.
Then the other thing I would say is and I'll let you get back to your stories in a sec. The last thing I'll say is that throughout my kind of, I have more in I think in high school. I've got a couple, but throughout kind of my schooling career, I've had tons of teachers, like specifically in art classes or English classes, say that I wasn't giving very much effort because of my dysgraphia, which for those who don't know is an impairment of the fine motor skills. So handwriting and drawing is very difficult for me. And so in art classes, they look at my pile of shit art and they'd be like, nah, you're not giving any effort. And it's like, I'm giving more effort than the normal kids in this class.
And I still can't.
And I still can't. Look. But do you have some more stories there?
High school was pretty smooth for me, honestly. I didn't have too many issues with teachers, mostly because I was so quiet.
Yeah.
The one that came to mind was actually one that happened to me at MATC.
Ooh, interesting.
This legitimately pissed me off. I had written, and we both had this professor. If you
Yes.
remember correctly.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We can. Yeah. Go for it.
We had to write a paper on fuck, what was his name in like early the Belgian
King
the Belgian,
Leopold.
Yeah, King Leopold. There you go.
Yeah, we had to do that paper
the
too.
slaughter of the Belgian Congo.
Yes, Congo.
Had to write a paper about that book, and I spent a good amount of time on this paper. And keep in mind that his description of what the paper needs to contain is very vague.
Yeah.
Extremely vague, and
Yeah.
doesn't really give you any kind of
Mm-hmm.
what to write about. Just
Right.
says write about it, which I can't do
Mm-hmm.
unless I'm truly inspired by it.
Right.
I can't just shit out something.
Yeah. Right. Right.
So I had to work kind of hard on this paper, and I get it back like it's like a rough draft, like a
Mhm.
really rough draft.
Yeah.
And he basically called me stupid
Yeah.
in his side note, saying
Mhm.
like, this is someone who clearly barely read the book. It's 4th grade writing. And I went, I don't know if I ever told you about this, but I walked up to him after the end of the last class, before I dropped the class, and I said, dude, you are one of the worst teachers I've ever had, and you called me stupid, and you can go fuck yourself. And then I walked out.
So you didn't even give him time to respond?
No, I'm not giving him time to respond.
Wow, that's major cojones, major props to you.
Yeah, I mean,
it
was bullshit.
Yeah,
Pissed me off.
I couldn't remember whether you'd actually dropped that class. I don't know if you ever read reviews for professors online,
No,
because they have like Rate My Professor and stuff.
I wonder if there
They
is one
have-
on him.
There is, and one of the first reviews was like, and it's the most recent review, or one of the most recent reviews, spot on, which says, it's Rate My Professor. So just one of the reviews is like, his comments border on rude, on papers, and he's just, he makes you feel stupid and stuff. Which, I've told this story to Noah before, but and I'll let you read the reviews here in a sec. But my kind of story of that professor is I wrote this paper for a book on Czechoslovakia, on the split of Czechoslovakia. Super boring book. I thought it'd be more interesting. I thought it'd give me more material. It didn't. And so for one of the things that I critiqued was the cover of the book, because it shows this giant rally, or this what kind of looks like a riot. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. I wonder if it was like huge protest and clash, and it was kind of a fiery split. And then it wasn't. And I was saying in my review that I felt that cover was a bit misleading. Well, literally on my paper, he wrote, you're what? So you're criticizing cover now? What are you going to do? Criticize the font next? I was like, that's not even constructive. You're just being a dick.
Yeah.
But what do you seeing the reviews up there?
They're surprisingly positive, actually. Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of nice enough guy, but grades like an asshole. Nice enough guy. I've always been a talented writer and welcome feedback to improve. However, much of his was nitpicky and flat out rude, insulting at times instead of constructive. Professor who wants it done his way, and that's it. Very interesting material that he made, agonizing, late at grading, gets behind, arrogant and condescending at times. 100% accurate.
Yes.
Like word for word.
Yeah, that's exactly. So, which it's coincidentally, it's really fun to look up reviews for professors, because it's, I mean, that is 100% true. He's just a dick. Just a total dick.
I've had a couple of college professors for history.
Yeah.
And he's easily the worst.
I had one for my separate Madison College MATC story. I had another professor. I took her for zoology, and it was already a tough subject to begin with. And she was at the very beginning of the first class. She's like, "If you're not a science major, get out." And I decided to stick it out anyway because I was like, "Oh, this will look good on my transcript. 5 credits, a lab credit. That's really gonna be good. Transfers. I'm gonna stick it out." Hardest class ever. Biggest textbook I've ever gotten. Would not give us any study guides, no practice tests, no nothing.
Fuck that.
For both the practical and the exams. And I can remember specifically one time I got the flu, And I remember I'd emailed her. It was right. We were about to do the pig fetus lab, and I'm like, I'm not going to handle a pig fetus with the flu. This is a bad idea.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I can't come in today. I've got the flu. You know, what am I missing? And she's like, you know, just she had uploaded videos of a demonstration of a pig fetus lab, and she's like, all right, just watch the video of the dissection, you know, but you'll pick up the rest of it in pig fetus lab 2. But she said, but this was right before an exam, so I was like, are we only on this lab practical? Is it only the pig fetus, whatever? And she was like, yeah, it's, you know, just watch the video, it'll be fine, and you know, and so I thought that was it. And then I came in that for that exam, and half of it was pig fetus, but then half of the room was just microscopes all over the place, and half of the exam was on different blood and skin cells, and I just got my ass handed to me by it. And so I think the next class, which was the last class that I took of hers, I was like, you know, she started handing back the tests and stuff, and I said, I was sick, and I just didn't really understand what I was, you know, I didn't know what to study. You know, can I retake it? And she just kind of looked at me, paused for a second, and just looked at me like, dude, you're already failing the class. What's the fucking point? You know, don't even try it, you know. And I was like, all right, fuck you. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
And so then I dropped the class, and I was like, all right, well, if you're not going to help me, you know, but I've definitely had professors and teachers like that. And a while ago, another story that just popped in my head. A while ago, you were talking about one of your stories included you being sick, which had reminded me in high school. First of all, our sophomore year of high school, I had an English teacher who got taken out right in the middle of the year, and was replaced with a different with this woman, and she was fine, but she did not teach like the other teacher did, and had a very different grading scale and stuff. But one time I had a really bad cold or a bad flu or a really bad sore throat, and so, you know, my voice was much deeper and kind of like gravelly a little bit. It wasn't
Tom
good.
Waits.
Yeah, just Tom Waits. I was like, hey, everybody, I'm Tom Waits. But I had to, there was a presentation for you. Basically, you did a book report, and I had done mine. You choose like an icon, an American icon or something, and you do. I remember I did it on Walter Payton. And you had to talk about a biography, talk about somebody's life. So that's what it was. I think it was an autobiography. Anyway, so I did that, and I had to do it on Walter Payton. But the day that I had to do the presentation, I came in and I said, you know, I got this sore throat, I have this cold, I can't. You know, this really hurts to talk. Can I do this later? Can I do this outside of class for you sometime or something? And she basically accused me of just trying to fuck off on the assignment, not doing it.
Of course she did.
And so then I was like, final. And so then I was like, all right. So then I sat down, and when people started going up to give their thing, then I raised my hand and I decided to go up and do it. And so I did my presentation, and we had to include a prop. So my class ring was a Super Bowl ring for my prop and stuff. I got my grade back for it, and she graded it as late because she thought I was trying to fuck off on the assignment and just gave me a late grade.
Did you bring that up with her?
No, because I was like, this is just dumb.
Wow.
I'm just not even going
to... That honestly pisses me off.
She penalized me because she thought I was trying to squirm out of it, yet I did it anyway on that day.
Yeah. Well, like, I don't know. That's the idiocy of some teachers.
Yeah, I mean, it's harsh.
You clearly don't like other people or children.
Why are you teaching?
Why are you a teacher?
Yeah, I think you and I have definitely had teachers where we look at them and we go, why are you teaching?
Yeah.
Why? You should be nowhere near a classroom.
You should not be allowed to sculpt the minds of young children.
Yes, exactly. Absolutely.
But I have I think this is what we'll end on.
Yep.
And this is a story that happened to me relatively recently. Well, about a year and a half ago at college. I was in a intro to computer graphics.
Yep.
Relatively fun class. Had a lot of really good projects that I did in that. And for the last like month of school, I had like a really bad bout of flu/mono-ish symptoms.
Right.
So I couldn't do like the last 4 assignments for that class. I had a doctor's note. She was okay with the fact that I was missing class.
Right.
I still turned in 2 of the projects, not all 4, but 2 of them.
Oh, yeah.
And I got a 69.9.
Jeez.
And when it's a degree program class,
Yeah.
you need a C or better.
Right.
That is like a D. 69.9. 0.01 away from having it count.
Right.
And I had an excuse. I had turned all my shit in. I had all of the projects I had turned in before I was sick were all 100%.
Mm-hmm.
So I was super frustrated by this. I went to the department head of VICOM.
Mm-hmm.
She said it was bullshit too.
Yeah.
And the teacher still refused to change my grade.
Wow.
Because I couldn't provide a doctor's note again. Because
That's horseshit.
This was a year later.
Yeah.
And I couldn't provide another doctor's note to prove it again.
Yeah.
Because they don't keep record of that shit.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, I have to take that class again next semester.
That is horseshit.
I am so pissed.
Yeah, that's awful. And that is by far the worst story that we've told because you have to spend another chunk of
Like $430?
Yeah, you have to blow money and time on, a class that's completely unnecessary because you should have passed it the first time.
Yeah. And, well, I said we should end on that, but I think we should read at least one comment because I like this top one here.
Yeah, go ahead.
From user K369, 8 hours ago. My IT teacher wanted to inspect my work, spreadsheets or a Word document or something. Anyway, she accidentally deleted the file. I was upset and tried to point out she just deleted my work. She started to shout at me, telling me I should have saved frequently. I shouted back, telling her that that wasn't the issue. She outright deleted the file. It got pretty heated. My parents were called. We were outright yelling at each other for a good couple minutes to the point where we were both in tears. I was about 14 at the time. She should have known better. A few years later, my sister had her when she went to that school, and that same teacher berated my sister, calling her names, etc. What a bitch.
Yeah, that's nuts.
That is actually insane. And
yeah.
As the other Reddit commenters, my first thought was, you're an IT teacher and you accidentally delete a file?
Yeah.
That's rule 1.
Right.
You should know how to work a computer.
Right. You're an IT fucking teacher.
Yeah.
What? Jeez, that's nuts.
What does that sound?
Dog walking around upstairs.
Oh.
Her paws clicking on the nails.
I thought she was at the door going.
No. Well, this has been another week of the Pretty Artistic Podcast, the week of Thursday, November 8th. And join us next week.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
See you later.